Well done, Ayub Gadfer. This, the final contest on Ring B of this second World Qualification Tournament on the boxing road to Paris. It's between Greece's Stelios Roulias and Dmytro Lovchynskyi of Ukraine. And be interested to see the state of Lovchynskyi's face, because his bout was ended prematurely yesterday when he sustained a cut. He managed to get through because it was caused by a clash of heads. It went to the scorecards and he was ahead. He was ahead of Luka Pratliacic. But let's see if he's okay. You can see Stelios Roulias, who produced a strong last round yesterday to get the better of Tonga's George Hola. But here comes Lovchynskyi. You can see over that right eye quite a bit.
Yeah.
Quite a bit on there, isn't there?
Stitching plus taping plus Vaseline by the looks of it. So obviously a big target there for the Greek boxer Stelios Roulias.
Roulias stepping through the ring as mentioned, beating George Hola in the round of 16, unanimous decision. 2022 World Youth Bronze medalist. Here is Lovchynskyi, 4-1 over Luka Pratliacic. That cut sustained in round 3 of that contest. Here's our referee, Sean Rees, from the United States. Lovchynskyi, who beat Pratliacic yesterday on the scorecards. He had lost to the Croatian in Busto Arsizio in the first World Qualification Tournament. All thoughts now about the next 9 minutes, and as you say, John, I'm sure Roulias will be targeting that area just above the right eye.
Yeah, he certainly will, amongst many other targets. He'll be trying to pick that off just to see how much it has healed, to give Lovchynskyi a little bit more to think about. But in terms of a target, Roulias presents a big target himself. That torso there certainly would be a good target. There we go, for Lovchynskyi to start with. A couple of good body jabs. Just surveying the landscape at the moment. But a good start from the Ukrainian.
Yeah, he is the shorter man, but seemingly able to, I was going to say, get inside the jab, but Roulias hasn't really thrown the jab much so far.
Yeah, it's that little speed off the spot there from Dmytro Lovchynskyi. Dmytro the dynamo, landing a nice triple salvo, one up to the head as well.
Good tactics from Lovchynskyi so far. Lands the left hook, 1-2 into the face of Roulias, who hasn't really got going yet.
And you mentioned the tactics. Lovchynskyi not putting any power on these shots, just making sure they're scoring enough to look busy and keep Roulias a little bit off balance. And so far, the cut above the eye holding up.
It's Lovchynskyi producing the better work in this first minute and a quarter. Back comes Roulias with a combination. Body shot from the Greek. Counter from Roulias. Just reaching a bit though, Roulias, at the moment.
Yeah, not bringing his feet with him just yet. Hasn't quite settled into this. And of course with the super heavyweights you can hear the big grunts as well as the thuds of the shots. Stelios Roulias just a little bit hesitant, tries to, that's better, stepping in.
We took a really good left coming in there, did Roulias. Lovchynskyi has got his range and no mistake.
Yeah,
oh, and again.
Absolutely right, Rory. Fancies it. He's got the speed differential. Picking those shots up the middle as well. Accuracy, which means I think he's settled quicker.
Beautiful uppercut from Lovchynskyi, followed by the left hook. And Roulias doesn't have any answers at the moment. Lovchynskyi controlling the bout. There's a right counter from Roulias, which shook the Ukrainian. evidence of his power, but he's got to produce more of it.
Yeah, that's the tail of the tape as we hear the clapper. It's the touching, scoring shots from Dmytro Lovchynskyi, finishing with a flourish. He's got the speed advantage. Excellent round from him. Only 8-1 punch of note, and I think the eye has more or less stood the test. And the corner's not too worried about it.
10-9 across the board for Lovchynskyi, who has, say, was really good in that first round, and you can see they're attending to the bridge of the nose of Roulias, but controlled that from beginning to end almost, Lovchynskyi.
Yeah, the dynamic work from Dmytro Lovchynskyi. Quicker, not just in terms of the punches, but the speed of thought as well. Beating him to the punch there. One little punch there from Roulias Stelios. Can he rule the ring in the next round? Needs to use that power to greater effect to try and slow down the rapid fire of Lovchynskyi.
Great jab to start from Lovchynskyi. Roulias now throwing out that jab a bit more. Going with the hook.
It's a difficulty for Roulias. He's kind of loading up on his punches because he's got that natural power. Whereas Lovchynskyi happier to just add up these telling scoring shots, which have plenty of power behind them. But he's much looser across the shoulders, much calmer in his work. Whereas the Greek still has yet to find a rhythm.
Covers up well there, does Lovchynskyi. Roulias just hasn't found a way through yet. Apart from that one good shot in the opening round. Even now, Lovchynskyi still in control.
Decent there from the big Greek. Roulias just lands a right on the way through, but there's a real educated pressure from Lovchynskyi with the feet, which is always making you breathe. You're always thinking, which way is he going to go? When you can put pressure on without even punching, that gives you an added advantage.
He's also doing a good job of making Roulias miss. It's doubly deflating for the Greek. Turned a bit scrappy, this encounter. A minute to go in round two. Lovchynskyi very much on top. Left to the head and a right to the body from the Ukrainian. Goes to the body once more. Left hook from Lovchynskyi scores, and Roulias again, he's just a bit passive at the moment.
He's having the fight taken away from him. He wants to work with those power shots, does Roulias, but hasn't managed to get his jab going. And there's a wonderful 1-2 down the pipe there.
Great work from Lovchynskyi. Roulias, you can see he's breathing hard now, and he takes another left on the retreat, and there's no go forward now from the Greek.
Another chin checker from Lovchynskyi.
Great right counter from the Ukrainian, and he fancies this now right at the end of round two. Roulias has expended a lot of effort for very little reward.
Yep, very little reward, plus a couple of stinging heavy shots at the end there. Just signs that Dmytro Lovchynskyi, as you said, fancying this one as he stretches his lead yet further.
One judge giving that round to Roulias, but the other four for Lovchynskyi, who's 2 points up on 4 scorecards. Roulias needing a stoppage here if he's going to keep his Olympic hopes alive.
Yeah, it was a point that you made. There's a good little left hook there in the inside. That 1-2 down the middle against a rapidly tiring Roulias, but it's the ability to cover, to keep your arms up strong, from Lovchynskyi. It's an underrated trait, but it is very, very useful.
No trouble from that eye yet for Lovchynskyi. Still 3 minutes to go. Roulias has got to come out firing here. He's got to get his man out of there.
He's got the strength to do it, but does he have the speed? Lovchynskyi up on his toes. It's the dynamic movement again there from Dmytro. Sees it coming. And slides off nicely.
Good movement from the Ukrainian. Roulias got him in the corner momentarily, but ducks under that shot from Roulias. He can see it coming. Good left there from Roulias, but Lovchynskyi coming straight back. The Greek trying to unload with the hooks to the body and the uppercuts. Lovchynskyi covering up well inside.
And ducks well to avoid that big hook as well. These are telling shots from Roulias, but at what cost? He's beginning to get tired. Walks into a big uppercut on the way through there as well. Lovchynskyi up on his toes.
Bit of holding and hitting from Roulias. Referee giving him a ticking off. Things getting a bit desperate for the Greek now. We're inside the second half of the third and final round. Lovchynskyi got turned around and Roulias just landed a couple of big shots in there. And Lovchynskyi breathing hard.
Breathing hard and also pawing at his eye there. He was a little bit concerned that it had opened up on him. But as we see Roulias trying to roll forward, but good work, good bravery again. Dmytro Lovchynskyi can obviously feel and hear how tired the Greek is, how much effort went into it. But this 1 minute will seem like the longest of their boxing careers so far.
Good counter from Lovchynskyi, and again, Lovchynskyi looks really tired, but he's still got a bit of snap in these punches. Roulias almost out on his feet, I would say. He's trying to drive with the arms to land shots to the body. He's got 30 seconds to find a knockout punch. He gets turned around, loses his focus, gets caught round the corner. 20 seconds to go, and it's looking good for the man in blue as he lands another straight left.
Dmytro Lovchynskyi eats a big, huge shot there from the Greek. Has he found the answer down the stretch here? He needs this knockout shot. He's got the power. Does he have the time? Lovchynskyi had a chin checker. That will be enough. The bell goes and saves him just in time there. A dramatic end there, Rory.
What a right hand that was from Roulias. And it stopped Lovchynskyi in his tracks. If he had just been able to follow that up, who knows what would have happened. Lovchynskyi just about managed to get his senses back. You can see that cut above the eye. The work has come a bit undone now. He won't worry about that, but Roulias, oh, if he's just thinking, if I could have done that 30 seconds earlier, I might have been able to get him out of there.
Very much so. Just the last chance saloon there. The butterfly stitches coming loose a little bit on the eye. Letting loose was the big Greek, but as you say, too little, too late, you would venture. May have done enough to get some love from the judges, but lots to love now for Dmytro Lovchynskyi. Brave, high quality, and Olympic bound.
In the blue corner, representing Ukraine, Lovchynskyi Dmytro.
Victor by unanimous decision, congratulated by the Greek corner. As you say, those butterfly stitches have come undone. He will not be bothered in the slightest about that. They've got, 55 days to get working on it, ready for Paris. But he is on his way as Ukraine secure a third boxing quota for Paris 2024. And Dmitry Lovchynskyi getting the better of Stelios Roulias. It was a good effort from the Greek, but Lovchynskyi was a bit too quick and a bit too precise with his work.
Yeah, that precision and speed. It was dynamic from Dmytro to start with. But talk about putting the chin into Lovchynskyi. He had to stand up to a massive barrage at the end there from Stelios Roulias, as you would expect. In the end, a deserved winner.
So, joy for the Ukrainian team and confirmation there. Dmytro Lovchynskyi, unanimous points win over Stelios Roulias. And that